show you who's with it. So if you don't like, I know.
Hey Alexa, stop the music. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children all around the world, what is happening? What is happening? This is a Porchlyte podcast with the Messiah of Xbox. As you can see, Xbox become gamer, because that's what Xbox is becoming. Everybody's going to become gamer. Hit that like button. And for all you all who catch this on a replay, hit that like button and leave a comment and share the video with your friends and your family and your enemies and your frenemies. What is going on, people? I certainly hope you all had a good day. I mean, I've had a couple of days off. I'm going back into the hole tomorrow. And so it is what it is. Got going to a different location, but that's the way it bounces. That's the way the ball bounces. So let's go ahead and get to some easy news, some personal news. So on the PC build, I actually was not doing bad. It took me about 20 minutes to get the case off because I found out that EVGA sent me the wrong damn book and the wrong damn screw set for this entire case. So none of the screws that are in there are labeled, nor do they tell me where to put them. So, but what I got done, I'm on the positive side because I am the Messiah. I was able to get the motherboard out of the case. I was able to put the Ryzen CPU in there. That actually, I thought that was going to be extremely difficult. That actually didn't go bad at all. Here's where it gets tricky when you're dealing with the AB motherboards. On the bottom of the AB motherboard, the very bottom of it, when you pick it up, there is another metal plate down there. It's literally a metal plate. And it looks like something you would put, fondue on or something. But that is just sticking on the backside of it. Here's what they don't tell you about this motherboard. This is for anybody else who tries to build with this motherboard, whether it be the Tomahawk or the Gaming 3. That there are 4 small prongs that stick up, and you need to sit that on the. You need to sit those prongs within the 4. There's 4 little other holes that go up into the main motherboard. Those are important because this is the female end where you're going to connect the Wraith Spire. Okay? The Wraith Spire. And which is the cooling unit. This is the unit that comes with the Ryzen CPU. And there's a stealth one, there's a Wraith one, but if you don't have anything, because I was just putting the Wraith Spire on and screwing down as far as the screw, and the screws just kept going. They weren't going into anything. I didn't know that until I just happened to go on, and I was sitting there trying to do this for almost an hour. And so I found out because when I went online, I just typed in AMD. I didn't put AMD. I just put AB350 Gaming 3 motherboard assembly. So there was some cat barely could speak English, but you could understand it. And what caught me was what got me was was when he said, okay, this plate should already be attached, but it's not. But this is the female end. So when I got that on there, then I screwed the Wraith the cooler on there. It sealed perfectly. So I was feeling myself. I was all excited. I was jumping up and down. I moved on. So now I moved on to the RAM. Okay. So shout out to Sick Humor. I called him. He called me back. And let's see. I have a different number now. That one that got out online for about an hour and a half. So shout out to everybody who said it because I tweeted that wrong. I thought I tweeted it private. I didn't. But nevertheless, so Sick gave me a call back. And he told me where to put the RAM at. And of course, I couldn't get my RAM to fit Well, because all right, so when you drop your RAM in, it needs to, whatever it says on it, whether it say vengeance, whether it say havoc, whatever all these, they have, Fury, Fury X, make sure that is facing, okay, make sure that is facing the CPU. Make sure the letters face the CPU. Do not try to put the RAM in the other way, because I was looking at this guy doing it, and it would not sit in, and I actually got back online. Of course, I'm grounded, so I have to keep taking off the grounding unit and going to the computer, typing it up. All this was taking a lot of time, but it was, I was off today, so it's not the end of the world. So all this is taking a lot of time, though. So I found out, I have it turned the wrong way. So it's actually pretty neat. Once you take one side off and you drop it in, it clicks automatically. So that I did. I was like, hey, I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved on to the IO shield, which is some more bullshit, because it's this stuff doesn't. It looks it's not sturdy. This is not sturdy stuff. It's like it's just not sturdy. I mean, my Lego sets in the 70s were more sturdy than these PCs. But at the end of the day, I end up, it takes me 15 friggin' minutes to get this IO shield, or whatever this thing is called, in. Then it's like the next step is to take the motherboard and put it into the case. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got the CPU, I've got the cooler, I got the RAM, I'm moving, okay? I'm gonna finish this shit here in another 45 minutes. Because all I got left is to put the power source in, and then I gotta figure out how to connect all this shit, but I'm not gonna do that until, matter of fact, I wasn't gonna do that until Friday anyway. So, I get the motherboard in there. I line the motherboard up into the IO shield. It lines up. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually happening. Okay, at this point, this is actually happening. So everything lines up, the audio, visual things, whatever these things are called, the HDMI port, you just put it slides right on in there. I'm like, all right, I'm doing good. Oh no. Then the guy says you now have to mount the motherboard to the chassis, to the case. And I'm like, there ain't nothing to mount this damn thing to. There's nothing here. So this thing came with 3 sets of screws, none labeled, by the way. And my motherboard, it's just there. It's just sitting in there like Hercules. It's like Hercules. It's just sitting there. And I'm sitting up there like, where in the world am I supposed to mount these screws to? I'm literally looking. And it's like the motherboard isn't wide enough to go to the screw set. So I end up calling EVGA. I call them up. And because they're in California, I just got off the phone with them. And nice as hell, they let me register the product. Now it's under warranty. If I tear the hell out of it, they'll send me a free new case. So, and he's like, okay, well, you're going to have to, I'm like, man, I don't want to have to take the motherboard out of the IO casing, because I just don't want to have to do it, but I'm going to have to do it. I ain't doing it till Friday. Cool as hell. What it turns out is the screws that I need to mount the motherboard did not come with this case at all. And I'm thinking, okay, do you all prefer like an Intel build, like an Intel motherboard, stuff like that? And because everybody that I saw using the AMD stuff had the ATX towers. That's just like, that was like universal. So I damn near bought another tower, but I called EVGA. So check this out. I went ahead and I rapped to them for about 15 minutes. And they agreed that there's more people trying to build PCs and they're having issues with their chassis. But they're having issues with the chassis because the screws aren't numbered on where they go like it should be. Like that's not, and so like if you are to mount screws into your motherboard, they need to put those screws in a separate bag and say M Mobo screws. you know, and it also said I needed like 6 to 8 fasteners. I mean, there was nothing to fasten it to what? I'm thinking there's nothing to fasten this thing to. It's just there. So they're sending me the right screws for free. They're sending those to me. So they trying to hook it up. He also let me take pictures of it, and I sent it to him so that he could kind of help out that way too. So they're cool as hell. But I recommend, if you're going to build a PC, do not use their chassis. They're just way too, these chassis, the guy said these are for more advanced builds. So, but I would use an ATX chassis, okay? And but yeah, it was straight garbage. I mean, so straight garbage. But nevertheless, it's coming along, but it's on hold until EVGA sends me the right screws. Now, he said that the screws that I need are 6x32 UNC screws, but he didn't tell me. So I go to Amazon. I'm like, hell, that ain't gonna be that expensive. I go there, man. They got hex heads, they got flats, they got ones with washers on them, not dishwashers like J-Tech, just washers on them. They got. So I'm just gonna wait, and they're coming from California. He's not gonna be able to get them into the mail till tomorrow. And so they won't get to me until probably, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to guess they won't be here till Monday or Tuesday. So everything's on hold till then. So, but with that said, because there's nothing else I can do until I mount the actual motherboard to the chassis. And I can't mount the motherboard because I don't have the screws. And then the only thing left to mount will be the GPU. So screw it. Well, with what? They didn't give me the right screw sets. They did not give me the right screws at all. They didn't even label the screws. I've got a grand total. I counted them. I've got over 62 screws, and they don't have any. I have no idea where to put them. Even I forgot what they're called. The mounting screws, the ones with the female ends on them. I only had 2 places to put those. And according to the booklet, I'm supposed to have 7 to 10. So they've given me the wrong booklet. And he said, well, it's just a universal book. I said, not for this chassis. I said, this chassis does not match this book at all. It had me having 21 of something or 27 of something. I've only got 21. I'm thinking they either didn't give me, he just said they just sent me the wrong screw set. So he said he will personally label them on where I'm supposed to put them. So, but at that point, he said that they're willing to, they know that there's more people entering the PC market. And the problem, all right, these companies want you to build your own PCs, but the people are having issues because they don't know where to put the stuff. They just don't. And there's nothing labeled. So he said that they're actually going to work with me on a chassis that's really going to be helpful for beginning PC builders, because you should just be able to, if you're going to have a 6-hole, they have to match the chassis to the amount of screws that are on the motherboard, which they don't have. So if you have a 6-plated motherboard, you need a 6-plated chassis, and this has screws all the hell over the place. It's almost like my motherboard isn't big enough to go in here, and that could be the problem. That could be the problem. What's up, Stardust? So, but anyway, that's the PC build. All right, so let's get to some games. Ashen and Below are apparently releasing in a few more days, a few more weeks on Xbox. So everybody dust off their Xboxes and check that out. I don't know if those games are getting a PC release. I assume they are. So Xbox will drop it quite. No, I mean, my PC build would have been probably, well, I don't have a operating system for it, but the actual, I was moving. I mean, I'm running out of parts to put on there. So I've only got the motherboard. I've only got the GPU and the fan, the power thing. That's it. That's the only thing that was left. So let's see. So Ashen and Below are supposed to come out in a couple of weeks. So shout out to Microsoft for getting those out before the holidays. Like I said, you have to become gamer. Go ahead and put your headset on, get your gaming chair and your joystick, and that way you can call in the B2. So, but that's what the PC build is. So this is the things that you don't know you're going to run into these issues until you actually start building one. So, and yeah, and I could have the wrong tower. There's a very good chance I got the wrong tower for this motherboard. Now, I did put another chassis on hold through Amazon. It's a $40 chassis. And I typed in what's the best one to use for my gaming board. And that's the one that popped up on Google. So that's the one I went to go grab. So that may be what ends up happening, which is fine. It's not that big a deal. I'll just have to send EVGA back their chassis. So I'll be like, look, I got the wrong chassis, blah, blah, blah. So, but which it happens. It's not the end of the world. So the heat sink did come with paste. All heat sinks, I guess that's what it's called, come with paste on them. So, but again, what I didn't know is that you have to have that little tray on the bottom of the motherboard. It has the 4 female ends on it. Again, there's nothing telling you that. Not even in their instructional set. There's nothing that tells you that. So that's just something you have to know. I kept looking at it like, why in the world is just this sitting up here and it's nothing to do? I mean, but again, you can use a 99%. I think I saw somebody clean theirs with like 99% of alcohol, and then he reattached it because he was just kind of showing how to do the build. And but he reattached it. He said, yeah, you need to do this, this, and this because you may change if you go from a Ryzen, the guy was going from a Ryzen 1500 to a Ryzen 1700. So it's actually not going bad. It's written on the motherboard. Actually, it's not. It's not. Not on my motherboard. Let me make that clear. Not on mine. But again, it doesn't tell you in their instructions, hey, because the motherboard, again, comes with this female end already put on there. It's just there, though. It's not on there. Okay? It's not on there. So your first instinct is just to say, oh, that's just something you don't need. But you did need it. Also, around the where my Ryzen CPU was sitting, there were 4 silver screws, and there were these 2 little things. I don't know what these 2 little holders. Well, you have to take the 4 screws out to mount your cooling unit. Again, did not know that until I actually had to do it. I'm like, oh, well, this isn't going to fit because these screws are here. So again, but there's nothing in your instruction manual that tells you that. So again, that's just things that I've observed and I wrote down, because if I help EVGA design something different, all this shit's going to be in your instructional manual. This is not right. They've got to make things easier for people if they want to stay in business, guys. I mean, if not, people are just going to get pre-built computers, and then they can start laying people off, because it is much easier to get a pre-build for $700 than to sit up there. Now I have to wait on parts, and I have to hope that I got the right chassis. And if I got the wrong chassis, I have to order another chassis. So it's going to take longer. But I got all the parts here. I got what I'm supposed to have. I just need an OS. So once I finally get that going, oh, and I guess I need a power plug, power cable. Well, maybe one comes in the power in the actual set. I haven't even gotten that far. So, but I'm running out of spaces too. And I actually do see where the GPU goes, because it does say that on the motherboard. Now, how it attaches, I have no idea. So we're going to find that out. So, but that's the way it goes. What's up? What's up, princess? I understand somebody. I need to know how big your gaming collection is. So, but Ashen and Below are coming out, guys. So go check that out. This is if you want it. This is if you want these games. I don't know what you want. Everybody's different. Everybody plays different stuff. So I'm just the concierge of information, and you all, take the information and go get your games with it. So let me do that. Okay. And so, but apparently these games are coming up and coming out. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So apparently there's some news where Phil Spencer, I guess, has verified what the Messiah has been telling you all for months, which is Game Pass is looking to come to all devices, all of them, including PlayStation. So I don't understand. Here's what PlayStation could say. Imagine they have like 500 games on there, whatever that thing is, their PS Now, whatever it is. And then you have, not all Xbox games. Let's just say instead of 100 Xbox games, they give you 40. Okay, and they charge you, $3 extra. Are you not going to get that? Of course you are. Yes, you will. Don't say you won't. You're lying. You will try it out for at least 90 days. Okay, and they may not put every single game. This is what I'm thinking they're going to do. They're going to give you they're going to give a watered down version of this to PlayStation. Okay, but it's coming to all devices. Again, this is what I thought was going to happen. Remember, the Messiah heard a great horn and a great seal was open, and this came down in an edict. And as the Messiah, I was the conduit to bring you all the information. So it's pretty much going to happen. And people just need to brace themselves for it. You have Phil Spencer say that he doesn't like the fact that media is locked to one device. You had Matt Booty saying, well, we're buying studios to put things on Game Pass. Again, the way they're going to pay their developers is by giving them access to however many people. Right now, Game Pass is not on PC yet, I don't think. So let's just say they only have access to about 29 to 35 million people. The devs, they ain't liking that cut. So they're going to go somewhere and get a bigger cut. And they will be able to put their games on PlayStation. And yes, PlayStation will eventually acquiesce. And it'll just be on Game Pass. It won't be, they're not going to do physical copies. They'll just do digital copies. And you'll rent the games, and putting that in air quotes. You'll rent the games like they do on Game Pass. And again, it probably won't be a lot of the top tier stuff, but will you be able to play some of the older games? Yeah, you'll be able to play some of the older games. So, and it's not a big deal if this happens. It's not the end of the world. It's actually really good that you can have one device, a PlayStation, and then have access to more games. And that's ultimately what we all want as gamers. Now, yes, I know some of the games are garbage. Some of the games are trash, but you don't have to play all those games. But, wouldn't you like to play some old Xbox games? Yeah, because a lot of us had 360s. Let's keep it 100% funky. A lot of us had 360s. And so, we had our 360s, and now we had fun playing games like Gears. I mean, because you play Gears 1, and then Microsoft may say, if you want this service on some of these online games, we would like for you to have crossplay on them. And you know what? At that point, if you're going to let me play Gears and Halo on the PlayStation console, yeah, do crossplay. Do crossplay. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't be pushing for it, but I'd be like, look, yeah, I don't see why it's a problem, but I would not do podcasts on it. So, long as I can play all the Mass Effects on my PlayStation, that's all I want. Give me all my Mass Effects. And then they'll say, well, you need to use an Xbox ID. Fine. I mean, I don't get a big deal. Fine. It's not the end of the world. So, yeah, see, Xbox exclusives are only why would Sony allow duplicate? Well, again, it may not. It may not. So, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be Game Pass proper. I think that will always be in the Xbox family. It will be a version of Game Pass, so maybe 40 to 50 games. So, I mean, that makes sense. Does that not make sense? And then you don't pay, you pay $3.99 a month for it. And that's it. it's not, again, it's, you don't have to make it difficult. You don't have to do it. But is Sony going to do it? Of course they will. Of course they will. You don't think that Sean Layton and the guy that's, and Yoshida wouldn't mind holding up a PlayStation gamepad, and then on that TV it says Gears of War? Of course you're out of your damn mind if you don't think they want to do that. I mean, if you talk about, hold on, let's see here. Hey Alexa, how do you say The Long March in Japanese?
The Long March in Japanese is 長い行進.
Okay, that's exactly what is happening. They're using military strat. It's in the book. It's in it's in the what's the name? It's in The Art of War. It's called The Long March. So you basically bleed your enemy a little bit at a time. Okay, 1,000 death by 1,000 cuts. In other words, so so death by 1,000 cuts. So, well, I don't know. The PC, I may get the super chat before the PC's done, but I just want people to know that the PC is started. I mean, I guess I don't know what stage it'll be in, but I'm telling you, I would have had the GP. I would have had almost everything in today because I was rolling. Y'all should have seen it. I mean, the train was rolling, and I was mad. I was cussing, but the train was rolling. But yeah, I can't do nothing if I don't have the right screws to mount my motherboard. It's nothing I can do. So. You think Microsoft will do a different version of Game Pass for mobile? Yeah. I think they will at first. They've also said xCloud is coming everywhere. And so that may be a device. But matter of fact, yeah, I think Digital Foundry was just saying that they gutted out all the Xbox One S's and they've made a cloud service with them. And they're testing the streams right now, so I have to wait and see. But ultimately, look, I told you all that this was going to happen. Just like I was saying this morning, shout out to Sick Humor and Jemiah Dixon. Their first party games are coming. I mean, they're coming. The Ninja Theory is a first-party studio. Yes, Microsoft could have killed that deal of a physical copy going to PlayStation, but they didn't do it. So, and they didn't do it. They could have just said, look, you have a digital, you can still support them digitally, but if you want a physical copy of this game, you need to have an Xbox. And guess what? When companies get bought out, there are clauses in every contract. Okay, a friend of mine, she's a musician. She was signed by who was she signed by? She was signed by an independent label that got bought out, and she had a contract with the independent label to put her music out, both physically and digitally. But when she got bought out, when the record company got bought out, she lost her deal, okay? And she had a contract. She had a working legal contract to release one album, and if she sold 100,000 records, she would release a second album. But the deal got killed when another company came in and bought her, the independent label that she was registered to. So it happens all the time. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I need the 632 UNC screw. I have no idea which one that is. So they're sending me the right stuff. So shout out to EVGA for at least trying to help a brother out. So Xbox going to be outraged to play. Well, I don't think something like Halo Infinite will be on there. I think the old Halo, no reason because the first Halo games were on the OG Xbox, right? Was that like 2002 or something like that? Yeah, could something like that come out? Yeah, something like that could come out. So the label on the rights to it. No, that's just it. She had a contract. And she had a contract. Okay, let me make that clear. She had a contract. When the label got bought out by another label, that bigger label says, you know what? We're not going to honor your deals. And guess what? There's not, because there's clauses in every contract. There just is what it is. Halo was on and oh, is it? Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, I'm not, if it is, it is. So, but can we get like Halo Reach and, the other 2 or 3 Halo games? Yeah, of course we can. Of course we can. But it's going to happen, people. I mean, people got to get over it. And that's why when you watch, if you watch E3 tomorrow, next year, you in essence are just watching games that are going to be on the PlayStation. Everybody knows, 90% of what you see is going to be a multi-plat game. So, it doesn't matter who distributes anything if there's clauses and contracts, So, honestly, it doesn't matter. Like I said, she has a deal. She still has the papers. She has a 21-page deal, and her deal is null and void at this point because her label got bought out by another company, and it's not going to recognize any artist signed to the independent label. Now, could she reapply? Could she change some things up? Yeah, but she's heartbroken right now. So, well, thank you, Princess. Thank you very much. So, but at the end of the day, we're going to get Gamepass to all devices. I left a link in the description. It's on the GameSpot. You all can just let me see if I can pull a Porter Rock and share my screen. See here. I'm just going to share it real quick. Aha. That's French for surprise, in case you didn't know. There you go. December 5th, 2018, Xbox Game Pass will eventually be, Spencer says. That's it. It's over. In the discussion. Okay. Don't, what are you all saying now? What are you all saying? Don't at me. Whatever that means. Yeah, don't at me. So that's what Phil Spencer said. Y'all gonna have to get over it. So I'm talking about the people in the Xbox community. It is over. So the train has left the station. Okay. So the car is in the runway. The car is in the driveway and it's running. You all can get in it or y'all can stay where you are. I mean, it is time for like I said, the long march. So, you shout out to Alexa, who is my personal assistant. So, it is what it is. So, good stuff right there. That is good stuff. There ain't nothing like a little bit of bourbon before you go to bed, people. So, now wait just a damn minute. All right, there we go. There we go. Uncompetitive says things are going, sounds like it's going better than you expected it to. Yeah, it didn't go bad. It did not go bad. So appreciate it. So, I enjoyed building that PC. I got stuck. So nothing I can do. So so let's see here. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just the chat's catching back up after I did that. So, sounds like she didn't read the terms of her contract. Well, again, there's clauses in every contract. So a company, when it's bought out, does not have to honor the new company does not have to honor any deals on the table. It's just part of business. So, but it is what it is. That's not what this is about. This is about Game Pass going to all devices. And so, which game are you going to be playing on your PlayStation 5? Okay, I'm going to get Quantum Break. I'm going to get Gears, and I'm going to play a little bit of what's that other Xbox game? Fable. I'll get those. Those will be fun games. So, but again, like I said, it may not be top of the line games like that. It may take them a year or two to come, but they're coming. You know, any games I'm looking at? Oh, for Xbox, yeah. Well, like I said, those three, I'll play those three on PlayStation. So I'm excited about it. But as far as this year, I got to get Hitman, Battlefield 5, and I don't know about Below. I don't know anything about Below. So, but yeah, and so those games, especially Hitman. I didn't know Hitman was out. I was like, damn, here it is, bam. You know? So yeah, I'll be excited. You know, this is the way it should be. But I gotta get the PC done, and that's coming around. That's like I said, it's just hit a little bump. And worst case scenario, I will buy this $40 case that should work better. It should work better for me. See, you're gonna play Scalebang. Oh, you have Hitman too? How is it? Because I love Hitman. I like those games. I like killing people. So, I'll be getting those for PlayStation. I mean, you know, for PC, I'm getting like Star Citizen and EVE Online. This couple Sid Meier games. I say Star Citizen, Anthem. I'll have to check Anthem out. And so yeah, I'm stuff like that. So, but how is Hitman 2? I mean, how many people do you get the silver ballers back? That's what I'm wanting. I want the silver ballers. So, oh, that's right. Just Cause 4 did come out today. That's like a ripoff of Far Cry 5 or Far Cry. So PS fans wouldn't even subscribe. Oh, Andrew, don't sell the PS people short. For $3.99, they will try it. Okay, that in essence, you could get that for you could probably get a 3-month deal of it when it comes for $10. That'd probably be like an entry fee. Hey, look, you get 90 days for $10. People will do it for 90 days. Okay, it's just that's not that hard. Okay, that's a semester of school. So it's like GTA 5, but it's fun. Well, I would sub to it. You know, I wouldn't sub. You know, it depends on what they had, and I wouldn't want to go back and play a bunch of rehashed games. But you know, I don't. Like I said, I like playing Fallout 3 on there. They had all the DLC. I like, but again, the 360 for me was my favorite console. But the Fallout series, I didn't care for New Vegas. The Fallout series, I enjoyed. The Mass Effect series, all that's 360 to me. So even the new Mass Effect, I don't care for it. The story is trash, but at the end of the day, you can play all those games on on an Xbox. Whether it be the Xbox One S or Scorpion. You can't do that with a PlayStation. I would have to go get a PS3 to play those games. Not unless on this on the PlayStation, the thing where they got 600 games, they put Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 on there, which they may have. I don't know. So I need to check that. So let me and if they've done that, and then I can get the DLC again, I will get the DLC again and play it on the PlayStation. So it's just, but I do not, and I will. And people are like, you won't play it again. Yes, I will. I will play it again. So they need to bring good games. Well, I mean, they just need to bring games. Okay. So let me do the, was it VGAs tomorrow? So let me pull up on my trusty Cricket phone. Let's see here. Down to 19%. Let me type in, I'm just going to type in VGA nominees, go through what will win and what won't win. So here we go. VGA. There we go. VGA nominees 2018. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Go forward to backwards. So game of the year, Celeste, God of War, Monster Hunter, Red Dead Redemption 2, Fake HDR, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Spider-Man. I voted for I mean, look, God of War should win this, but it won't. I voted for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but you all do not keep an eye on Monster Hunter. Keep an eye on Monster Hunter. That's got a huge following online. So keep an eye on that. Best multiplayer, Fort Pub, Call of Duty, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves, yeah, Destiny 2, Forsaken. Again, Monster Hunter should win this, but that's gonna be tough. I'll give it to Fortnite, just because Black Ops 4 came out and Fortnite did not stop. I mean, Fortnite is still steamrolling along. So yeah, you're right, Corey Massey. That is the Mass Effect series of some of the best gaming you'll ever play. You know, now where's the rest of it? God damn it. Okay, here we go. Best independent game, Celeste, The Messengers, Return to Obra Dinn, Into the Breach, Dead Cells. Again, Celeste is going to win this, and Celeste should win. Celeste, the music in Celeste is really good too. If you haven't played that, go check that out. I have spent some time on that. Best fighting game, Street Fighter V, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle, Soul Calibur 6. Again, Mortal Kombat should win. After Mortal Kombat came out, all the rest of these fighting games are trash. Pure trash. None of these games have fatalities on them. None of them got somebody saying finish him or finish her. But ultimately, Soul Calibur should win, but it won't. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, I think, is going to win this one. So, but, I'm not even going to watch. I'm just telling you what I think is going to win. You all can type in there what you think is going to win. Best sports racing game, NBA 2K19, Forza Horizon 4, FIFA 19, PES 2019, Mario Tennis Aces. Well, this is a tough one. I got to keep this 100%. Oh, what's going on, Ian? Mario Tennis Aces should win. They should win, okay? But because this thing is at the Microsoft Amphitheater, Forza Horizon 4 is going to win. It just shouldn't, but it will. That's just, my opinion now. Best ongoing game, which to me, they made this shit up. Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Destiny 2, and No Man's Sky. Well, No Man's Sky is still No Man's Sky. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege should win. It should win, but Fortnite will win this. But keep your eye on Overwatch because it's got that girl that says, "Cheers, love, the cavalry's here." So, and that's like a big deal overseas. So, and No Man's Sky will win. Maybe. I won't deny that. Role-playing game. Oh, this is easy. There's Monster Hunter World, Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity is by Obsidian, which is owned by Microsoft. Dragon's Quest 11, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler. Now this is a 3-man. What's it? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. This should be a 4-man race. This is a 3-man race. However, I personally think Dragon's Quest 11 should win this by Square Enix. I think that's who should win, but Octopath Traveler is going to win this one, and it will be close. It will be close because Ni no Kuni 2 ain't nobody's bitch either, and Monster Hunter World could shock everybody on that one. I'm telling you, that game is huge, especially overseas. And Jeff Keighley likes that overseas audience. So, family game, Super Mario Party, Overcooked 2. Sounds like my wings. Nintendo Labo, Mario Tennis Aces, Starlink Battle for Atlas. Well, my God, Nintendo's got 3 of the 5. And again, Mario Party should win, but I think Nintendo Labo is going to win this, guys. I'm going for the upset. I think Labo pulls the upset. Ooh, best narrative game. Oh, but this is tough. God of War, Detroit Become Human, Life is Strange 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man. Well, me personally, I voted for Detroit Become Human on this one. But I didn't play Life is Strange 2 yet. I don't know if all the episodes are out. If they are, I'll buy it. I got to buy Before the Storm as well. Man, this is tough. Cheapers. I voted for Detroit Become Human. But I got a strange feeling that Red Dead's going to win this one. I think Red Dead wins this one, but I voted for Detroit Become Human, but that's my opinion. Best esports player, Uzi, Dominique McLean, Simple One, Jay Jonic, and Taquito. I voted for Uzi. I mean, he's pretty cool. Best performance, Yuri Lowenthal for Spider-Man, Christopher Judge, God of War, a.k.a. Boy. Brian Deckard for Detroit Become Human. He played Connor. I'm trying to pronounce her name. Melissa Thea Manholt, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. She played Cassandra. Roger Clark, Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, I think out of all these games that I've played them, Christopher Judge should win this for God of War. But I voted for Brian Deckard, Detroit Become Human. So, but again, that's all subjective. It doesn't mean people are going to get upset and mad. Best esports game, Fortnite, League of Legends, Dota 2, Overwatch, Counter-Strike. Again, I voted for Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's been around for a long-ass time. I mean, that's one of the first, and that's by Valve, that's one of the first online games that you could get paid to play. You could take a team to these tournaments and get some money. But don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if Dota 2 wins this and or Fortnite. I think Counter-Strike will win this. I got Dota 2 as a runner-up. Best action adventure, God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Spider-Man, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now, for this one, I went for the upset, and I voted for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I personally think Red Dead should win, but I got a sneaky feeling. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider is going to win this. I just got a feeling Shadow of the Tomb Raider going to win that one. Oh, my God. I'll be here. Best action game. Okay. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Mega Man 11, Far Cry 5, Destiny 2, Dead Cells. I voted for Far Cry 5. I think Far Cry 5 is the most underrated game this year. A lot of fun. Plus, you get to go around and kill a bunch of white supremacists. So, what more do you want? But don't be shocked that Mega Man 11 pulls an upset here. And Destiny 2, it's just Destiny 2 Forsaken. It just fell a little bit short. No, Spider-Man's not in action game actually. Dead Cells is. Dead Cells. I don't see it winning there. So, best score soundtrack, Celeste. I voted for Celeste. God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Ni no Kuni 2, Spider-Man, Octopath Traveler. I voted for Celeste. I got a sneaky suspicion that Octopath Traveler is going to take this home. That's just the way it is, folks. Even though Red Dead had a pretty good soundtrack too. So Spider-Man is nominated there. Best student game, I went with Dash Quasar. I have not played any of these other games. What is this one? Strategy game. Valkyrie Chronicles 4, Battletech, The Banner Saga 3, Into the Breach, Frostpunk. Into the Breach should win, but I think Valkyrie Chronicles will end up winning. Really, no harm, no foul there. Those are all good games. Art direction. Octopath Traveler, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Red Dead Redemption 2, fake HDR, right, with Red Dead, Return of Oberdin, and God of War. Again, for art direction, Return to Oberdin should win that, but I think they're going to give this one to Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler is going to be the sneaky game this year. So, yeah, they don't care. Yeah, there's nothing. Again, this is subjective. So, this is all subjective. VR game. This is going to be tough. Beat Saber, Tetris Effect, Firewall 0 Hour, Moss, and Astrobot Rescue Mission. Well, I've never played any of these games, so I left that one alone. But I got a sneaky suspicion that Tetris Effect is going to win this. I just think that's why I think Tetris will win this. I just think that brought back a lot of fun memories of sitting down on your couch playing Tetris. So, studio game direction, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Detroit Become Human, Sony Interactive Entertainment, God of War, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Spider-Man, Insomniac Games, Spider-Man. Wow, Spider-Man is nominated twice. Rockstar Games, Red Dead Redemption 2, EA, A Way Out. Now, personally, I voted for A Way Out. I voted for A Way Out as far as the game direction, the way they were really taking it. But man, my God, I mean, Sony is nominated 4 out of the 6 awards here. And I mean, you can pick that one. I picked A Way Out. I can see God of War winning that as well. But I think Red Dead will probably end up winning it, but I got A Way Out. So ultimately, there was still more shit here. I'm sorry. A Way Out. Yeah. See, A Way Out's nominated twice. It's nominated by EA and then Hazelight Studios. Detroit's nominated twice, and so is God of War. So I did not see that. So Sony, SIE Santa Monica. So wow. Sony really dominated that division. Shout out to them. Best indie game debut: Moss, Donut Country, The Messenger, Yuku's Allen Express, Florence. I'm going to go with Donut Country because it's got food on there, and why the hell not? I didn't vote on that one. Games for Impact: The Missing, 1111, Life is Strange 2, Florence, Celeste. I think Life is Strange 2 should win this, but Celeste will win. Celeste is nominated for like 5 awards, guys. So, best mobile game: PUBG, Fort Pub, Reigns, Game of Thrones, Donut County, and Florence. I personally think Fortnite's going to win this, but I don't be shocked that the Game of Thrones don't pull it off. Don't be shocked because a lot of people I know are playing that game. Content Creator of the Year, Myth, Pokemon, Ninja, Wild and Rex, Benjamin Lupo, Ninja. I voted for him. Best esports coach. This wasn't even close for me. It was Danny Sorensen. That comeback that they had in that game, I think it was Dota 2, one of the best comebacks you'll ever see in gaming. Esports Team of the Year. I voted for Cloud9. Again, it's great stuff for them. Best esports event. And there's money in this. You guys think you're good at gaming. You can get paid for it. I voted for the EVO event. That had the biggest crowd, even though the Overwatch League is huge too. The Overwatch League is huge too. Best audio design: Call of Duty Black Ops 4, God of War, Forza Horizon 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man. Wow. I personally, on this one, went with God of War. I thought it had the best audio design. Forza, just a bunch of cars running. But we all know Red Dead Redemption is going to come right in there and take that award too. We know that. Best esports host, I went with Andrew Bloom. I just thought he did the best job. He wasn't biased at all. Golden Boy Mendez, biased as hell. Might as well have crap gamer out there doing that shit. Best esports moment, Again, I went with the C9. Cloud9's comeback win, triple overtime. I thought that's the best damn moment this year in sports. So, but that one was it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and bounce on off out of here. What's going on, Jamal Adams? So, you can't wait till you never hear PUBG again. Comes out Friday on the PlayStation. Be out Friday on PlayStation. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. So, Black Ops 4, yeah, Red Dead is trash. You were saying that. So, what's up, Pieratron? Roger. How you all doing? So, just saying what up and bye to everybody. The Almighty Spartan God, what's happening? So, the all effect is good friend. Yeah, it may be. Yeah. Capcom better give us Dino Crisis. That would be different. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Wouldn't mind seeing Dino. The Dino Crisis 1 I thought was a good game. Dino Crisis 2 was trash. I mean, it was garbage. So, Corey Madison said he likes owning this game. I'll blame you, uncompetitive. Thank you for believing in me, uncompetitive. I was trying to get it done for everybody, and what can I say? My screws won't fit. So that's all I can say. So, but that is it, guys. I'm going to get on up out of here. I have to go to work in the morning. So I will see you guys later. I will catch you on the flip side. This was a Porchlyte podcast, and the Porchlight has now come on, and I'm going inside the house. Y'all take it easy. Stay blessed. And remember, become gamer. Peace.